How good does that feel?
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Very good, yeah. Great win. We knew there was no second chance here, and good preparation all week, and the players were up for it. And you saw that tonight. When you limit Wanderers at home to 2 shots on target, I think you've done a good job.
You've mentioned how you're able to kind of nullify them. Like a lot of teams have come here, shipped a lot of goals this year when they're playing the Wanderers. What did you see? What worked well for you guys tonight that made that happen?
Well, if anything, our approach in terms of pressing wasn't as aggressive as we normally are, and we thought we'd sit back a little bit and give them the ball, and we felt that that's not something they're comfortable with. And you saw many times there they had the ball and the solutions weren't there in front of them. We just stayed disciplined in our shape, and in the end it played into our hands. So, yeah, in the end that's the only change to what we normally do, and I thought it paid off.
Just word on Daniel Arzani, there's 2 pretty impressive plays to come up with the goals. What can you say about his performance tonight?
He just played to the level that we know he can show, and I think he can get better than that as well. In the end, I think in the second half he's going to play a ball to Nish, I think, where I'd love to see him just beat the guy on the inside and shoot. He's got a fantastic shot, and no one really know that because he doesn't shoot enough. So that's the next part of his game that needs to keep developing. And yeah, in the end he's put in a great shift there. His body cramped up at the end from all that hard work, and that's the other part of his game that is growing, where his defensive duty and discipline, and that's showing growth in him as a player.
Is it only cramp? There's no strain, nothing?
No, it's just a cramp. Yeah.
And how big a test is Auckland going to be over 2 legs?
Huge, but one we're really looking forward to be fair. And that they won the league deservedly. They've done a fantastic job, but the league is the league, and now it's finals football, and it's a different competition, and we'll make sure that we're ready for that.
What upset Stadge at the end?
You'd have to ask him.
He did. He didn't want to tell us.
Yeah, you'd have to ask him.
Was it you started it or him?
No, I just went to shake his hand. Yeah.
I want to take you back to about 6-7 months ago, following the departure of Patrick Kusnova. You picked up the pieces. He came in struggling for wins. We're now heading into 2 legs against Auckland. What's changed over that time? What's helped the team grow? What's helped you settle into your role here in Melbourne Victory?
Look, that question for me is a frustrating one, because when you talk about struggled for wins, a lot of people are making out like we went 6 games with 6 losses. There's a lot of draws there, and I think you got caught up in that too much. The process during that was great from us. The results weren't there, but the football was good, and it was a lot of draws. And we knew we'd just stick to the plan and keep going, and it will roll and it will turn, and it did that. And in the end, we've never lost belief. They've got trust within that change room as well, and they got massive belief in their ability, and so do we. We got belief in the players, and yeah, they just keep getting better and better. And again, we're not where we need to be yet. There's still growth in us, absolutely. But now it's just about getting ready for game by game. The season's done, and it's just, again, we've got to be in that mentality of kill or be killed, and that's what it is now. There's no second chance. That's the mentality, that's the mindset we need, and that's what we've got to be up for again next week and the week after.
Do you think it's a matter of the stars aligning? You've got a star-studded front 3 and then a midfield behind that. Do you think if they get it together against Auckland, anything's possible? Absolutely.
There's no one we fear in this competition. We know we're a very good team with great players. So are Auckland. And so are the Wanderers. The Wanderers are a fantastic team. You just look at their bench tonight and players that weren't even in the squad. A fantastic team. So just to beat them here is a huge achievement. Their crowd as well. It was a daunting task, but one we were ready for. We'll prep for that. And like I said during the week to our players, let's use their crowd and that atmosphere as our 12th man and not theirs.
Ryan Teague's had a meteoric rise this year. He's been excellent, obviously, with the national team as well. I thought on Ryan Teague's performance tonight.
Yeah, very good. Him and Geordie Valadon were both excellent. And that's part of the foundations in why we were successful tonight.
Next week, obviously, back to Melbourne. Just a message for those fans. Obviously, we all know what happened with the North Terrace in the supporter group. Just a message to those fans. Obviously, to get them back.
Well, there's no real message. They'll be looking forward to us being back in Melbourne, and we'll be looking forward to them coming out in big numbers and showing why they're the best fans in the league. So, yeah, we can't wait to get back to Melbourne now, first to recover and get ready for that. And come Saturday night, we want to make sure we do everything we can to make our club, our board and our fans as proud as possible.
Now, just on the A-League side of stuff, if you guys do get past Auckland, and I know you've got to get to Auckland first, we could have the possibility of an all-Melbourne final. How big would that be for the state of Victoria and for the A-League in general?
Yeah, I think it would be great, but that's very far ahead. In the end, there'll be two teams that deserve to be in a final in 3 weeks' time, and we want to be one of them.
So it is never easy stepping in from a coach, that left so early on in the season. You've done a great job. I'm sure that the club must be very happy where Victory's in the standing at the moment. There must be some sense of personal satisfaction for you. I could imagine, like I said, where you came in was not easy to pick up from. So is there something there where you go, yeah, of course you're proud of your team, but personal sense of achievement?
Yeah, I'll look at that at the end of the season. At the moment, I don't have time to look at that, to be honest with you. It's not even something I'm thinking about. All I know is that when the club put their trust in me to be in this position, I didn't need anything else. I had the belief in myself anyway, and when I have the belief I'm back into the club, that's enough. And at the end of the season, I'll look back at that, and I'm sure there'll be many things that I'll be really proud of and happy with. But at the moment, that's not the time for that yet. And hopefully I don't have to think about that for another 3 weeks.